Good morning, boys and girls. Let's start off today's episode with a payout. So this is one of my Take Profit Trader accounts. This is the current account balance. Total profit made in this account for the week, 15,528. So I'm able to withdraw 11,000 from that because you have to keep the $4,500 threshold minimum balance in there. But every dollar above that you can take as a payout. So I'm going to go take this payout now and go for the max payout amount. I always say that with prop firm accounts, guys, don't treat it as a savings account. There's no point trying to build the balance for too long. I like to leave it to at most about a week and then withdraw at the end of the week because, there's two things to that. Number one, the prop firm profits you make aren't real until they actually hit your bank account. Until then, who knows? It's still sim money, right? It's still under the prop firm's control. Until it really hits your bank, it's not real. So that's number one, to withdraw frequently. Number two, we've all done this way too often, right? When you have profit in the account, the more profit you have, the more cushion you have. Sometimes the more aggressive you are and the more stupid things you do. It's where you can be up a decent amount in an account and have a bad day, an emotional day, a tilt day, and end up blowing through a lot of that before you ended up taking a payout. So it's a good habit with prop firm accounts especially to pay yourself often, pay yourself frequently, and don't save money in a prop firm account, all right? Take it out, put it in your bank. So there we go. Funds transferred, and I can go withdraw that to my wallet now. And that now goes back to the initial amount of $4,500. Now, any dollar I make above that this week, I can also withdraw. So I'll build that up for the rest of the week and see what next week's payout is. But thank you, Take Profit Trader. Like I said, Take Profit Trader is the bill payer. That's where I've got the most payouts from. All right, today's trades on the chart was pretty good. For the Asian session was pretty good. You can see the aftermath of one of my trades there. Caught the sort of bottom of this pump up, but I'll replay the trades for you today. Only one loss. I think 5 trades and 1 loss. So it was a really good session for the Asia. We traded both gold and the NQ, and there's a little secret nugget in there for you boys and girls about flipping bias as well, which you'll see inside the replay. So enjoy. Here are today's trades. And remember, if you want to join the school where you get complete access to the course, all the educational material, there's hours of extra educational material in here. Also in the process of adding the Prop Firm Academy module, which runs through all the best practices for getting funded, staying funded, and milking the prop firms based on my own experience and things that I personally do. That's all being added in there as well. All part of the standard membership. And also you get access to the daily live trading sessions. We trade Asia Sunday through to Thursday, and then New York on Friday morning. So I'll pin that link in the comments. Otherwise, enjoy today's trades. Anyway, so it looks like gold's going to trigger first. So getting in here, if it can fill, my limit's at 736.50. Stop loss 50 ticks away. And just looking for a push back up to the value high. So let's see if we can find support across here. Potentially add a second one. Let's see. Let's see if we get a nice reaction from this point and potentially get a second one on. May add a second one in a second here. Just underneath. Yeah, a little something like this. Yeah, something like this. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. I'll see if I can get one off here, one off at the value high, and then see if I can push the second one a bit further. Okay, one contract filled, pulling stop to break even. Okay, it's pushing that. I think 60 ticks has been well and past now. Yep, 60 ticks is well done. See if we can push out that high, trailing that stop in. Don't want to give too much back, just seeing if I can get lucky on a bit more of a run. Let's keep pushing, baby. Let's keep pushing. All right, taking it out there, taking it out of the original TP. Cool, nice little win to start off on this new, got a brand new TPT Pro I've loaded up here to replace the one that got moved to live. So yeah, nice fresh 881 to start off. This is live base hits building up a brand new TPT account with intraday drawdown. So you guys will see how I manage that live. Never swinging for the fences, but just base hits over and over. Let's see if we can get something from this. Retesting previous day value low. The node's not super strong under here, so I'm waiting to see if we just pump into the previous. Yep, there you go. Pumped into previous day value low. See if we get a little retest reaction short off of here. Risking just a small amount of the profit I made. Half the profit I made off the gold trade, so still green if it happens to be wrong, but if I'm right, then I add another 400 to the balance. So let's see. It's pumping pretty hard. Nice, pretty strong reaction underneath here. Okay, nothing on NASDAQ, closing it out. No reaction to the previous day value low. Pretty strong reaction underneath here on the discount. Let's see if it flips around a little bit here. Broke right back into the value area. Strong push now on the other side. I'm going to try a little something here. It's broken back up into previous day value low, back above those nodes. Pretty weak nodes that we pushed through for the sell. I'm going to see if it snaps back up into value here. There's a strong reaction from the buys. underneath the discount. I'll trail it up. Mental take profit at that developing POC. Once it gets to that POC, I'd want to be pulling that right in just in case it reacts back down. We came under discount here, got a little acceptance, then reversal. So that's a pretty bullish thing underneath this discount area. So I'm going to see if we get a full rotation back then. Got to be dynamic with this. As soon as we get up near POC, it's going straight to break even. All the nodes along the profile today are pretty thin, apart from literally where we came from. Still a pretty weak node, but where we came from down there was probably the thickest node, aside from the old POC up top. To be honest, this should still be POC all the way up top. Where POC is showing now is like 1 to 2 ticks where a lot of orders executed. What I always say, every single day we see the same thing, where you've got, if you turn off the line, look, do those look like strong nodes? No, it's just a couple of ticks where where the market really filled a bunch of orders at one price point, but the actual concentration of most of the volume in a strong concentrated area is up top near 117, between 117 and 128. Again, working with intraday trailing drawdown right on this fresh TPT Pro account, so I can't give too much back. Got to be pretty aggressive with my trail. Okay, if we can push VWAP, I'm going to pull that sell stop to POC. Okay, here it comes. Boom. All right, not bad, not bad, not bad. 987. So a quick rundown that is in the moment, hard to commentate in real time, but you see what I'm getting at. The first one was obviously shorting from the underside. We'd broken beneath, put in some acceptance on the profile, put in the node and down below. Got a pullback, happened to be a real strong pullback. When I saw that break back into the value low and back above this node, that's just flipping the original trade setup, just like with any traditional support and resistance style trades. It's the same with the volume profile. When a setup breaks, it doesn't become useless, but they are good on the other side. So it's just literally flipping that short position, the same confluence as previous day value low, high volume node plus the lower VWAP, flipping that short setup to a long setup. When it broke up like this, strong push back into the value area. As soon as it pulled back to retest that node area that we left, I just bought back in on the node. Expecting that to keep trading back into value with the trailing stop, because Take Profit Trader, brand new funded account, replacing the one that just got moved to live. I have to trail the take profits because of the intraday trailing drawdown, so I can't just leave my stop loss at break even and let it run. I still have a feeling this might keep pushing, but I wanted to keep that trailing stop just around here so I don't give back too much to intraday drawdown. I got to get up to 154,500 to stop the intraday trailing. So it's going to be a bunch of base hits like this, trailing my stop up, which is a pain because I still have a feeling this is going to pop up further, but got to lock in what I can get. A lot of typical trading rubbish on YouTube you see is like, oh, you should never flip your bias. You should never, flip from long to short, but that's quite literally what we have to do, man. If the auction shows one thing and then shows a failure of that thing, so a failure of short continuation after initially showing acceptance lower, but then that acceptance lower gets beaten by buyers and the market flips, auction flips, we should be able and willing to, like I said yesterday's stream, every trade shouldn't over risk so that you can survive for the next trade. If you, like for that short trade I took, it was a small risk trade so that if I was wrong and the market, the auction flips to bullish, I can get in, make that profit back, make that loss back plus more. And now we're up almost 1,000 on the day. So on this one account, you got to be dynamic with being able to flip flop with the actual method behind it. The problem with most people flip flopping between long and short is it's emotional. You got to make sure there's no emotion. If you get stopped out on a short, don't immediately go long because you got to get revenge. Like, oh, it must be going up now. You got to read the reason behind why did this flip? Why did this flip from short to long? Are the confluences there to support a long trade versus my short? Yes, the short trade got blown through. All the confluences then flip, pull back, retest, go long.